welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2026. I am Vicky Rogerson and I'll be moderating this class, which is A3 Semi-Soft Cheese. And we're really happy that we've got two amazing judges with us today. So we've got Nicola Green from Bradbury's and Russell Haggerter from Morrison's. So Nicola, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, so a lot of people would know me as Nicola Beardmore. I've quite recently changed my name still. I've been in the cheese industry for a number of years now. I won Young Cheesemonger of the Year back in 2018. I've done my previous role was a pretty much cheddar grader, and I now work for Bradbury's as a specification technologist.
Amazing, thank you. Russell?
Yeah, hi, I'm Russell Haggerter. I'm a cheese category manager at Morrison's, been there 16 years. Prior to that, I was at Dairy Crest looking after 3 sites. Happy to be here.
Yay, brilliant. Thank you, guys. So today, as we're going to do A3 semi-soft cheese, just a quick kind of note about scoring system. So we've changed it slightly this year. So all the cheeses will be scored out of a total score of 50. So they get 10 points for appearance, aroma, and texture, and then 20 points for flavour. Any cheese scoring 45 and above get a gold. Any cheese scoring 40 and above get silver. Any cheese 30 and above get bronze. There could only be one cheese that goes through to Supreme Final on the 17th of June. So we'll be making sure that we can get that cheese kind of over there and everyone can watch it. So let's start. So we're going to do cheese 1003 and we'll start with appearance.
And as if by magic, it appears on my chopping board.
Yeah.
There it is. It's in a wax wrap in a wedge shape. Let's cut it open and see what it looks like.
I struggle to get cheeses now. Okay. So under that wrap is a sort of cling film wrap, but you can see the cheese. So it's a really sort of nice ivory looking paste there. And we've got a sort of white mold growth there on the rinds.
There's a little bit of blue on it as well.
I've got a little bit of not much, but there is a bit there. I'm just going to open this cling wrap now. No, to be fair, I should let it breathe a little bit. So yeah, there's sort of a really nice natural rind to that. And you can see the lines where the cling wrap's been, but there's definitely gluing and you've got a wide sort of natural development of rind going on. Just like buttering us off that. There's a bit of sort of mold smell to the rind.
So it's looking, the face is very clean cut. There's no rind being dragged through it. It is a semi-soft, nice, bit more on the firmer side than soft. Really good coverage of mold around it. So I think from an appearance point of view, looks attractive. I'd like to think that the blue mold is supposed to be there and it's not supposed to be there. So I'm going to go with that. And I do think it's probably an 8.
Yeah, I agree. I've not got any sort of mottling or sort of off colours on there. Like I say, the blue, there is blue on there, but we're not sure, like I say, whether it is or isn't meant to be. The rind itself is sort of really nice, even coverage. And it is very uniform as well. So, yeah.
Okay, and aroma?
So, I'm getting a sort of fresh, slightly lactic, slight butteriness off the paste. And there is a mold, slight sort of damp smell from the rind, which, to be fair, is what I'd expect.
It still smells clean. Smells very, very milky. A little bit of sweetness in there.
Yeah. Yeah, sweet, milky.
I think that's it. 8.5, 9.
It's a really sort of enticing, like you definitely want to eat that. Texture, cuts really nicely, really smoothly, really clean cut. Good mouthfeel, not claggy. Melts down really nicely. Smooth.
It's a lovely lemon flavour in there.
Really sort of fresh citrus. Lactic. For texture, I'd probably go an 8.5.
I think so. It's perhaps a little slightly bit too dry in texture, but 8.5, yeah, absolutely.
Flavour?
Really fresh, lactic, zingy, vibrant.
It's quite surprising on just how lemony that is.
But it's also not sharp or acidic with it.
And that's a sign of a really, really good cheesemaker, that, isn't it? That they can get it that lemony, but not really acidic.
Yeah, it's a flavour, not like say there's not the sharpness there. It doesn't wipe you out. Really fresh. That's a really sort of easy eat as well. Though, like I could eat a lot of that very quickly.
That is delicious.
That's great. Really nice. Really fresh.
I'm thinking 18 on that, you know.
I'm tempted to push it up to an 18.5. Honestly, I love it. I think it's so vibrant. And it's really unassuming as well, because we just sort of looked at it and was like, okay.
It certainly delivered something unexpected. So 18.5, yeah, let's do it. That's a good cheese. I like that.
Love that.
Perfect. So that's a 43.5.
Straight in with a high mark. We love that.
And the next one is 1136.
Again, it's in a waxed wrap. It's in a triangle wedge format, but cut the other way.
I'm seeing a little bit of colour through my wrap.
You're further ahead than me then. Oh.
Excited.
Oh, look at
Okay, that is pretty. Look.
I did not expect to see this bad boy.
That's stunning. How pretty is that?
So this is an aged cheese rind on. The mold is just coming through of the bloom. There's some blue in there on the outside. Oh, and then look at
If you've got these sort of like really grey and brown sort of tones as well to the under, and the contrast of that with the cheese is stunning. Such a pretty colour.
You can see how well matured it is with the edges coming in. Oh, brilliant. Can't wait to taste this.
Score for appearance?
I think that's got to be 9.5.
I'm not opposed to a 9.5, so yeah, we can go for that. It's really pretty. It's quite a striking appearance with like the really natural rind, but even the rind itself still there's a lot of colour on it.
It's a pretty rind. Imagine that on a cheese board and you bring it out. Everyone's going to be, oh, what's that?
Colours. We love a natural rind.
So aroma.
You are getting that sort of damp cellar on the rind.
You're getting a very musty smell on the rind.
Yeah, that sort of ammonia, which again you would absolutely expect. Does show my knife is not quite big enough for this. A real sort of caramel butteriness to the paste.
It's quite delicate though, isn't it? Is the rind mustiness sort of takes over.
Get that. For that, I'd probably go maybe a 7, 7.5, just because that I'd want to have a bit more of the cheese itself coming through.
I think so. I think it's a 7 on that. It's a bit of a shame on that the mustiness is taking over the smell.
So it is expected, but I just want a bit more cheese to it.
Yeah.
7 or 7.5?
7.
7.
And then texture.
So it cuts really, really easily. Again, you've got a sort of almost medium cheddar sort of consistency going on there.
It's nice and soft. It just slices like a knife through butter. You put it in your mouth, a slight resistance, and it just breaks down into this creaminess of goodness.
Nutty, caramel, sweet.
Quite smooth.
I'm getting a bit of like sort of lactic behind it.
So in terms of texture, I think that's a 8.5.
See, for me, I'd knock it down for an 8 just because the end of mine has started to go a little bit drier, unfortunately.
Okay, 8 it is.
I know that's unfortunately just the nature of the beast, but it's really smooth mouthfeel. You've got a lot going on there. Actually, you've got a sort of sweet, a cream, a buttery, but then you've got this sort of nutty tone that just sort of elevates everything.
I'm getting quite a lot of salt.
I'm left with salt.
And then a nice lactic finish just to make
I
you
just want a bit more length on it. I want a bit more.
I think the appearance makes you really, really have high expectations in terms of it. The flavour is going to absolutely smack you off your feet, and it's a lot more subtle and gentle than your brain's saying.
Yeah.
I think from the cheese itself, about my expectations, it's a delicious, well-made, well-balanced cheese. I think because of how it looks and the expectations, it just falls a little bit short on flavour.
That's just it. I want a little bit more. I just want a bit more length on it. A bit more length and a bit more oomph, and I'd be happy. But I think it is a really nice, tasty cheese. Flavour, I'd probably give it 16.
I think so. It promised so much, and then it delivered that. But the expectation is another yard or two into it. But I like it.
Flavours there. I just want more of them. I just want more of those flavours that are already in it. Great cheese.
Okay, so that gives it a 40.5, so it gets a silver. So the next cheese is 1173.
So this is in like a backpack bag.
So it looks like it's a quarter of a wheel.
These are all a bit easier to open.
I don't know what you mean, Nicola. There was never any issues opening anything.
So we've got a really nice sort of wax paper going on there. You've got a sort of dark rind that I can already see going on in that, which is quite enticing, quite exciting going on. Oh, 2 layers. It's a parcel, this.
That's the parcel. Has the music stopped?
Good chunk of cheese, isn't it?
That is a hefty chunk of cheese.
So this is a coated cheese.
Beautifully presented, I must say. There's a little bit of rind drag on there, but you can see that it. Ooh, where's the camera going? Don't know if it just looks like sort of speckles, but it's literally just come off the rind because you can tell by the colour of them. Really pretty. That contrast of the sort of deep green is stunning.
There's a little bit of white mould growing in between, and if you look very carefully, can we see that? Can you see that leaf?
Mm.
And can you see here?
What type of leaf is that?
So these are nettles. These are stinging nettles. So
Oh,
it's coated with stinging nettles and then matured, and then the white penicillin that's growing on there just grows in between, and you produce this amazing looking cheese.
It's very, very pretty. I would straight up there with a 9 with that. It's really pretty, well covered. It's the contrast with the paste, and the paste has got no mottling or anything going on in that. It's really uniform. So I'm a 9 on the appearance with that one.
Yeah, I'll just echo what you said there, Nicola. You put this on a cheese board and people are asking questions. What is it? Look at it. I mean, to see the nettle silhouette there, it's just absolutely incredible. Just, people are just going to be so interesting.
You can literally see where the leaves just overlap each other, but it's so delicately done that it's not heavy. It just encases the cheese.
Yeah, so it's a 9 for appearance, definitely.
I need to bring my big knife out for this. All the way through, just a little bit too. That one.
So it's cut really nice and clean. A little bit of resistance, but it just slices brilliantly.
So I've learned for next time that I need better knives because it is an easy cut. There we go. I just needed my big knife out. So a really nice, easy cut there. It doesn't look dry or anything like that. Texture in.
Okay. So aroma.
Little bit of very, very slight sort of mold dampness off the rind. Slight lactic freshness off the paste, but it doesn't give much away.
It's very subtle. It's very closely guarded with its aroma, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, I want you to taste me. Doesn't want to entice you in by being really over.
But if you get the paste itself more sort of towards the nose, you do get that sort of quite cheesy, almost towards the sort of cheddarish kind of smell.
Yeah, it is almost cheddar style, just a little bit more moist in there, isn't there? So I'll probably go 8.5 on aroma.
Yeah.
Texture.
There's nothing off about that. I completely agree.
and texture.
So it cuts really nicely, clean cut, melts in the mouth. That's just butter. That is just like eating butter.
It's smooth, it's rich,
creamy, and just melts down completely on your palate. It's not claggy, it doesn't stick.
You don't have to put much effort in. It's just that's a 9 all day long for texture for me.
Absolutely.
Exactly what a semi-soft should be.
Some resistance, some texture, doesn't completely disintegrate, but it just melts really nicely.
Yeah, creamy, rich, all at the same time. Brilliant.
And then taste.
Love that.
Yes.
Fresh, lactic, some citrus notes.
There's quite a lot of citrus notes in there, isn't there, to be fair?
It's like this could go along with the fresh cheese. Like how zingy it is. This is it though, like based on the subtlety of the aroma, it gives so much more, and you're just almost, I wouldn't quite say shocked by it, but you're, ooh.
It's just so refreshing, really refreshing. That zing that comes in and just gives you a right good tickle.
This calls for a Miller's biscuit.
Is this a Miller biscuit time?
This is a Miller's biscuit.
We're going in. I'm going to go with the cranberry and raisin because I do think the sweetness of the cranberries is going to go really nice with the tanginess.
See, because those buttermilk are a little bit more savoury, the sweetness and the acidity going on really balances out.
Look at my little biscuit.
You're just teasing me now.
Here we go. Look at this. Look at this bad boy.
This is such an easy to eat cheese. You don't even feel guilty about it. There's obviously no calories.
No. Just pure joy.
Exactly that.
So I think from a taste point of view, it's 18.5, 19 for me.
I'd 19 that. It's
Right,
unassuming. Because of, like, say, the subtlety, you look at it and you're like, ooh. And then you're smelling and you just want to know more. And then it develops this, you say, this really fresh, vibrant, refreshing flavour. Absolutely. I'd 19 that.
I've mullered that. Lovely.
So there are only 3 cheeses in that category, and that last one got scored 45.5, so it gets gold, and it also wins the category and wins the class. So, which is great. So the other cheeses were like 43.5, 40.5, and then that 45.5. So yeah, so that cheese 1173 will now go straight into the Supreme Final on the 17th of June. So that will be live on our YouTube and our website, and you can see our amazing other panel of judges be judging those through the day. So yeah, so thank you guys for that. It's absolutely amazing, really good session. And yeah, just thank you to Butlers for our aprons, and also obviously for the crackers, Miller's crackers, which are stunning. Yeah, I love those cranberry raisin ones. Chef's kiss. Right, cool. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.